Hello, let's do Adventist Sudoku, the final puzzle. This is post day 25. It's called Passing the Journey. If you don't know what Adventist Sudoku is, this is not the video to start with. Definitely go to the description, check out the playlist of all of them, or at least check out the PDF. What this is this is the final puzzle. So this is a 9x9 Sudoku. All the other puzzles are 6x6, and every single other puzzle has a Santa cell in it, where the final digit that you place, the digit that ends up in that Santa cell for that day, then ends up in this puzzle. So this would be the day 1 digit, this would be the day 5 digit, etc. So I haven't filled that out yet because I don't want to spoil you in case you open this by accident, but definitely give this a try yourself first. Complete all 25 days, fill out your Santa cell, try this 9x9 Sudoku. What is a 9x9 Sudoku? Well, you're already used to 6x6. If you haven't done 9x9, you're now using the digits 1 through 9 instead of 1 through 6. And you can't repeat in rows, columns, or these 3x3 boxes. So we have 9 3x3 boxes. And do not use the roping trick. The roping trick does not work in 9x9. There are ways to know if you are roped, but you probably won't have to use that in this puzzle. And I would just use normal techniques for solving classic Sudoku. So definitely give that a try. I am going to do a cut, and then I will have everything filled out. So this is your last warning. If you don't want to see all of these digits filled out yet, pause the video, close it, go do your thing, and then come back if you want to watch my solve. All right, be right back. All right, I have returned, and hopefully I filled this out correctly. Nothing clashes, so that's a good sign. So obviously we only have digits 1 through 6 available in these, so we had to have givens for 7, 8s, and 9s. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to distinguish them. We'd at least need a 7 and 8 given. So I'm going to get started now. This is just classic. There's no additional constraints, and given the number of givens, I'm thinking it won't be too difficult, but we'll see. So how do I want to get started here? I like to scan the grid. So let's start with 1s. These 2 1s look over. These 2 1s look up. So we can place a 1 here, and then this one looks over, this one looks down. So 1's in any of these, that's not great. These 2 1s look over, so 1 is placed here, because this one also sees down. So now this box is nice, because the one can only go here. And then those 2 1s look over, this one looks up, and we are done with the 1s. Let's look at 2s now. So maybe if I highlight them, that'll be easier. So let's see. Okay, so this is going to be useful. This 2 looks over here, so there's a 2 in one of these 2, which means it can't be down here. This 2 sees there, and that 2 sees there, so that places this 2. Now those 2 see over, that 2 sees down. So 2 is in one of these 2. Can't distinguish that yet. This 2 looks up, this 2 doesn't do anything. All right, so we have 2s in one of these 3. That's what's left for 2s. So I am going to mark that, and let's move on to 3s. So yes, these 2 3s do look up. That places a 3 here. And then, yep, we have a 3 here. I think we should be able to finish them just based on... Oh, wait, maybe we can't. We cannot finish them. We have 3s in these 4 cells somewhere. How about 4s? Aha, the 4 joins the 3. So 4 is limited to these. Actually, the 4 is placed, so that's even easier. So the 4 is there, that places the 3, which places this 3, which places this 2, which places this 2, which places that 2. Nice, so we got all of those done. Now let's do the 5s. Yep, that puts a 5 here because of these 2 5s looking in. This 5 looks up, and that means 5's in one of these 2, which I can mark. And then this 5 also looks up here. So 5 is limited to one of these 2. That does point down. That means 5 can't be here. So this is a 5. We might be able to finish the 5s. Let's find out. We can't. We have these 5s left here. Oh, no, sorry. 5 is already in this box. I scanned the wrong thing. Where do we actually need 5s right now? We need a 5 in this box here. It has to be in one of these 2, and that points to the right. That places this 5. Who else needs a 5? The middle box needs a 5. Okay, it's these 3. Whoopsie. These 3. Got it. And Yes, we have a 5 in one of these two. So our 5s are limited to this pattern. That happens a lot. So we can't finish those yet. We'll need another digit to help with that. Let's see. This box has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs a 7 and a 9. This 7 does look down, so we can finish 9 and 7. Maybe that'll be helpful. This column just needs one more digit. It's a 8. This column needs 2 more digits. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6 and 9. I don't think they're resolved, so let's just pencil those in. This box needs a 6, 8, and 9. Okay, well the 9 isn't down here, but we'll fill 6, 8, 9 and remove the 9. This is 6 or 8 as well. This can't be a 6, so to finish the row we need the 8 here, the 6 here, the 9 here, and the 8 here. That puts a 6 here, nice. We need a 4. What else do we need? 7 and 9. So that's how that resolves. Did I not actually look at 4s yet? I think I skipped from 3 to 5, but that's okay. Don't have to do them in order. Yeah, in fact, 4s are limited to these two. I did do 4s. I must have missed some boxes. Yeah, so 4 is up here as well. In this box, box 5, this 4 looks down, this 4 looks over. 4 can't be where these two digits are. So 4 is in one of these two. That points right. So this cannot be a 4. And so now the 4 in this box can only go here. And so now if we look at this row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6 and 7. So I don't think that's resolved yet. So let's just fill that. This column has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6, 7, and 8. So the 8 can only go here. That's useful. There's a 6, 7 pair in this box now. We need an 8 in the box. That'll help a lot. This 8 looks down. So this is an 8, which means that's a 4, which means that's a 5, which means that's a 5. Very nice. This is for the row 6, 7, or 9. And it looks like it could be any. In fact, this column needs 6, 7, and 9. But I can already see the 7 is going to get placed down here because this 7 can't go in one of those two. So that's 7, that's 6, that's 7, that's 6, that's 9, that's 7. This is going to be a 9. This 4 looked down, placing this 4, and this 5 looked up, placing this 5. One more digit in this box is, sorry, I misread. It's a 7. In this column, we need a 9. In this box, we need a 6 and a 7. Can I resolve that yet? Not that I see. We need 3 in this box. In fact, this row's done other than this digit, so we can fill it. It's a 6. And these two are 8 and 9. We know the order because of that 9. And this column should be finished. We need a, what is it, 7? That gives us 6 and 7. And then finally we need 6, 8, and 9 left. So this is the 6, this is the 8, this is the 9. And there we go. We have finished the entirety of Advent of Sudoku. Thank you so much to Kinnison for creating this amazing pack of puzzles directed towards those who are just learning Sudoku. I hope the bridge from 6x6 to 9x9 wasn't too jarring for you. This was a pretty straightforward classic once I spent the time filling in all of the digits from the previous puzzles. And so let me know in the comments how you felt about this. Do you want to see more packs like this? I mean, there's so many great setters out in the community. I could definitely find puzzles of, around these difficulties using cool variants that I could introduce you to. So if you are interested in more like this, I could do maybe a weekly series or maybe a couple times a week. I don't know if I want to devote myself to doing a puzzle every single day like I am now. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel about all that. Do you want same difficulty? Do you want harder? I also stream twice a week. So definitely check out my streams. You can watch it live. You can watch it after it's done. We do some really, really cool puzzles. And maybe after having completed all of these, you'll be able to, follow along a bit better. So the sky is the limit to Sudoku. There's so much you can do in Sudoku and solving and setting. And I hope that this introduction has been amazing for you. I hope you have learned to love Sudoku. And speaking of, I do have a Learn to Love Sudoku playlist, which is where I introduce classic Sudoku and classic 9x9. I go through many of the techniques that you will need to solve classics. And then in addition to that, I have the Sudoku discussion that I do with Philip Newman. We haven't had an episode in a while because of life events, but we go through some really, really cool stuff that you can do in classic Sudoku for 9x9s that a lot of people, even expert solvers, may not be familiar with. And of course, like I said, I have my streams, so you can watch my streams and see all these amazing puzzles created by members of the community of varying difficulties. And so you have all those resources for you. There's a bunch of other Sudoku channels on YouTube as well. I could give a shout out to, of course, Cracking the Cryptic. They do 2 puzzles every day, and they are amazing if you want to just learn all sorts of cool puzzles and have 2 really, really good solvers solve them in front of you. You can also try them yourself every day. There's also Bremster. Bremster publishes a bunch of puzzles, and he tends to like to use ones that are a little bit on the easier side, although probably not as easy as these. So Bremster is amazing at both solving and explaining. There's also Zetamath does puzzles, and Zetamath, he is a expert setter of Sudoku and also a very fun solver. Definitely check out his channel. He streams Sudoku as well. The list goes on. There are so many good Sudoku channels out there on YouTube. Give them a try. I'll link the ones I mentioned in the description. And yeah, and if you enjoyed this content, if you joined this pack, all of that, if you haven't subscribed by now, what are you doing? Just hit the subscribe button. You'll love it. And of course, give this video a like. It helps out. And I will see you in the next video. Merry Christmas.